Hi, YouTube. This is Miss Pockets 34, and I am coming to you guys from my bed, fully sleeved. Yes, it's a miracle. Per my previous video, I had some issues, and I went in on Monday, the 17th, and I was sleeved. I actually had a couple procedures done. I was sleeved and they fixed a hiatal hernia. There's like a hole in my stomach from the inside. So while they did the check and made sure that the sleeve was closed, they found that. So they fixed that. And then I had a journey in itself, okay? So my journey so far has not been smooth, but I'm happy to say that I'm here and it's done. A couple things happened. I was in recovery for 6 hours, okay? Now, I live in Northern Virginia, and the hospitals, the majority of them are great, okay? And the Center of Excellence, which is the only type of bariatric program my insurance will pay for because it has to go through all this rigorous process, and only the facilities that have been stamped the Center of Excellence will. And there's only 2 in the area, so basically that's it. But I tell you, my luck with going to the hospitals, and it's probably because I don't like going to the hospital, people. I really don't. So I'm going to make this quick because I tried to do a video earlier today and it was too long. So I'm going to just go really quickly. So basically, I got the surgery, but I had other procedures done in itself because they found things. And maybe that was a blessing. Maybe everything happens for a reason. But then I was in recovery for 6 hours because my blood pressure was extremely high. I don't have high blood pressure. My blood pressure was extremely high because my body was in shock and in pain, okay? But I could not go to the bariatric unit because my blood pressure was too high, and they were irritating me because I had been in recovery for 6 hours, and I was finally awake and irritated, so that did not help my blood pressure. Anywho, needless to say that I'm such an expert on this subject now that when I got to before, in my other video, when I had all the issues with them hitting the nerve and everything, I was in ICU. I was in an intensive care unit. This time they put me in the unit right below ICU. But they have no clue about bariatric surgery, and they don't know what the processes are. So I had to explain to them every step of the way what was needed, what foods I had to eat, how they had to treat me. It was very irritating, very, very irritating, because there's a surgical unit, a special section for bariatric patients in this hospital, and there's special bariatric nurses and all of that good stuff. Needless to say, I was still irritated. My blood pressure was extremely high, higher than I've ever seen it, higher than I've ever known it to ever go. And nobody knows this except for me and the doctors and my best friend, Diamond, who was with me the whole time. But because I was in pain and my surgeon, they clock your blood pressure after surgery. So my baseline was 160 over like 100. So he was fine for me to go to the bariatric unit, but the nurses were afraid that because they couldn't give blood pressure medicine and that type of medicine, that they didn't want me to come there and then they wouldn't be able to help me. But I don't like blood pressure medicine because I don't have blood pressure. I don't have high blood pressure, and it didn't do any good. They had been giving it to me in recovery for however long, the 6 hours I've been there, and it wasn't working. So obviously, but I'm not a doctor. Needless to say, all of that, but I came through with flying colors outside of my blood pressure, and after a day, it was it was fine, but it was pain, and I wasn't managing my pain the way I thought I should because I was trying to manage the gas, and I thought the gas was pain, but really the gas was a separate issue, and I had underlying pain that I could not decipher. So once they gave me a pain medicine that was slow release and then a pain medicine that was fast, I was knocked out and my blood pressure came down immediately. So that was good. My journey, and it's an experience in itself, and everybody has them, and I hope I can be an inspiration to someone else as they go through their journey, because mine has been interesting, okay? So I only have a little bit more time. I'm at my 6-minute mark. So basically, this is post-op day 3. When I left the hospital, I was on full liquids. So my full liquids include clear liquid broth, water, coffee, tea, 1% or skim milk, or if people are allergic, then lactose, fat-free, soy. But I can do skim milk and 1%. Now, my sleeve, I'm learning very quickly, cannot tolerate, in the hospital I could not tolerate ice and cold water, but anything warm went down smoothly and didn't make me upset. Anything cold or ice, water related, would make me nauseous. The Dilaudid they gave me made me nauseous. Every time they pushed it into the IV, I would start to be sick. So they had to switch medicines. And these medicines are very important, people, for pain. I also have an On-Q pump that is attached to me right now. I'm not going to show you the ball, but it's attached to me, and there's tubes in my stomach that is releasing pain meds over the course of a week. So not only, and it's releasing it into my sleeve, into my stomach, into the incision sites. It's a catheter that's inserted in me. They do good with pain management. But unfortunately, I have to tell them when I'm in pain also. And I'm not a big fan of taking a lot of drugs. So I was trying to manage my pain on my own. And don't do that, people. Do not do that. Take the drugs. Dilaudid was fine, but it made me nauseous. Loratab is another narcotic. Now, all narcotics for me, because I'm so sensitive, make me itch. And the anesthesiologist said that most narcotics will make people itch if they're sensitive. So, keep that in mind, people. Just ask for Benadryl. Tell them if you know these things. Because Vicodin, all that stuff makes me itch and makes me but the Dilaudid made me sick. So she didn't send me home with that. I actually got the Loratab, which is a version of Vicodin or hydrocodone. But anyway, so post-op day 3. Post-op day 3, I'm happy to say that I have gotten down 1 ounce of yogurt, fat-free vanilla Greek yogurt, ciabatta, and I had to use that because I have to take reflux, like something like Prilosec. I have to open up the capsule and pour it all over the yogurt, and eat it like that. So I was able to do that. I was able to get through about 48 grams of protein. How I did it? I made it with coffee and warm, and I got down 4 ounces each time. And it's made with 6 ounces, but I got down 4. So I got down most of my protein a day. I still have to sip on water because water gives me that indigestion feeling. If it's hot, I can drink it. So I might be just heating up cups of water and drinking them, because if it's warm or hot, I can drink it. I had chicken broth. So today I got down my vitamins, my B12, my multivitamin, my calcium, and I got down most of my protein, and I'm trying to drink as much water as I can. I'm sipping. And so today was a good day, people. I still have more to tell you, so I'll be right back.